Hi, so I tried recording this video several times. There was always some sort of technical difficulty, or I just couldn't make it through recording the whole video. So, today I was thinking about it and I'm just like, I'm gonna do it now. I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna record it right now, edit it, upload it, because this needs to happen. um, so that's happening right now. This video is about my breakup. So I'm gonna tell you a little background about me. I live with my parents because I'm having a hard time finding a job. So um, yeah, my dad's a pastor. My family is super religious, and I'm a lesbian. So you could see the problem right there. So I was in a long distance relationship with this girl, um, and I wanted to go see her because I loved her, and I knew if anything happened with my family, that she'd be there for me. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go see her because I love her and I want to go see her. So I started getting things ready so that way I could go see her. Um, like I said, I didn't have a job, so I just got money together by I'm a couponer and I buy things online and resell them and stuff. So I was doing that so I could get money to go buy the tickets. And I was able to buy the tickets. And then I got it so that when my sister would bring me to the airport because I knew no matter what my parents told us, she would still take me because she would. So I got all that together. I got the whole plan all set out, and I was going to tell my parents before I left, but not too far before I left, so that way they wouldn't be able to stop me or try to figure out a way for me not to be able to go. So the day came where my sister was supposed to take me to her house, and then I was going to go to the airport in the morning. And I still hadn't told my parents. I was going to tell them before we left, but I wasn't going to give them a lot of time because I was like, I don't want them to try to stop it or whatever. So I told them, or I didn't tell them, and my sister was getting ready to go, and she's like, Nina, are you ready to go? Do you have your bags packed? And my mom's like, bags packed? Wait, what? And then I was just like, yeah. So I was going to tell you, I'm going to go out of town to go visit someone. And then they're like, what? And then she's like, come downstairs and talk to us about it. So I went downstairs and I started asking me questions. And she's like, well, are you going to go see a girl or something? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go see my girlfriend. And then they just started talking to me about how, God doesn't want this for my life and how, um, just all kinds of things. And they're talking about how well, what if she has a boyfriend? Because like most lesbians are bisexual, and I'm like, okay, whatever. You don't even know, you don't know anything. And then they're telling me about these things about her, what if she's trying to kidnap me or something, all kinds of crazy things. And I'm just like, you know what? I trust her. I trust I love her. I trust my ability to know how someone is. I'm not scared that I don't know her. I am cautious and I know that it's fine and I'm going to be safe. So I'm going to go. And they're like, well, if you go, there's going to be consequences when you get back. And I was like, okay, whatever. I knew that I loved her and I was like, no matter what, I'm going to go see her. So I went to go. So I went. Um, and my parents called me several times before I left. I left that night, and then I was gonna go to the airport in the morning. Several times before I left in the morning, they called me and texted me and were like, "It's not too late. You can stop. You don't need to go." Did you know that it's close to Canada? They might try to sell you to Canada or some crazy stuff. And I was just like, okay, whatever, I'm going. And then I went. I got there. It was cool. Um, like it was awesome to see her actually. It wasn't just cool. And we went to her parents' house and I met the family and it was awesome. So before I left, she told me that we needed to talk when I got there or whatever. So the second day that I was there, she talked to me and she was like, well, basically what she ended up saying was that she's been having all these feelings that she never told me about, and um, that she was basically done with the relationship um, because she's she was she just had been having all these things that she never said to me, and she like built up all these walls, and basically like in her head it was hard because I risked it all to come out there because I loved her, and I like knew that she'd be there for me if anything went wrong with my family. And she just told me that like basically it was over in her head, and I was like, okay, digest this information. But she's like, we'll just see how the week goes. Like, so the week was great. We had so much fun. I got to meet all her family. Like, I met her dad and her mom and her sister and like her stepsisters. I met everyone, and I thought it went great. And the night before I left, she was like, well, it's probably just gonna go back to the way it was when you leave. And I was like, okay. So basically, you're telling me like you're over this. Great. That's what I was thinking in my head. Actually, I didn't say anything, but I was just like, okay. Um, but that's what's going through my head. So in the morning, she drove me to the airport. We said our goodbyes. Then I came home and my dad picked me up. Nobody said anything. I was expecting like this big like you're kicked out, blah blah blah. But really they just drove me home. And then a few days later I was talking to my mom in the car, and she was like, well, if you're gonna be living having a lesbian relationship and living this lifestyle, you can't live in the house. And then I was like, okay, I saw that coming. Um, and then all the while, my girlfriend was saying that she was like not sure how much longer this was gonna last, and that she was basically in her head already out of this relationship. And I was like, okay. So she's telling me that she's already out. My parents are telling me that if I'm gonna be having a girlfriend, I can be living in the house. So I was like, I guess the only logical next step is to just break up with the girlfriend. So I came home on the 21st, and then on the 23rd or the 24th, I was talking to her on the phone, and I broke up with her because I'm like, I don't even know what I told her, but the reason why was because she said she was out of it, and my parents were saying that I couldn't live in the house and have a girlfriend. So I was like, okay, logical step. She's gonna break up with me anyways. I don't know why she's taking so long to break up with me. She's like, I just don't want to like break her heart because I promised I wouldn't. I'm gonna bite the bullet and be the one to break up because she wants to. She just doesn't know how to because she said that she doesn't want to hurt me or something. And I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do it. So I broke up with her. And a few days later, I go on Facebook and I see in the comments that she's talking to somebody and she's telling them that she already has a girlfriend. And I was like, what? So then I talked to her and we argued a little bit. And I was just like, okay, great. And according to her um, Instagram, they've been dating since the 26th. And we, I last saw her on the 21st. We broke up on the 23rd, 24th. And by the 26th, she already had a girlfriend. And I was like, okay, great. Obviously, it was definitely done in her head. She was probably already talking to somebody when we broke up because there's no way it could be that quick. And I was like, I was in love with her. I risked everything to go see her. And she was already done with me, like, before I even did all that. Like, why didn't she tell me? So, right now, I'm basically trying to get past that. It's been a few months, but it still hurts a little bit. We still talk, kind of. We're like friends, but it's just hard to get over, and that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I'm also trying to take steps to like get out of this house and like be independent so I don't have to deal with something like that again because I really loved her. But like because of my circumstances, I wasn't able to be with her, and I don't want that to ever happen again. So, yeah, that's the end of my vent and rant. And I don't know if there's a point to this video, but I just thought I'd put it out there so that way it'd be out there and over and I could stop thinking about it.